Good morning again. We're a little over time, time being 10:18 a.m. Again, we have a 10:15 a.m. time certain public hearing. This is concerning adopting a supplemental budget for fiscal year 21-22 and appropriating funds. And so we have with us again Sean Blanchard, our treasurer.
Good morning again, Commissioners.
Good
Yes,
morning.
a couple weeks ago, we had a budget committee meeting for a supplemental budget. When we were preparing the budget for this fiscal year, there were a lot of unknowns last year. We had higher TLT revenues come in this year. We had some additional funds through House Bill. Thank you, Commissioner Starr, that came in. And in order to appropriate those funds, I needed to bring a supplemental budget before the budget committee and then before you for adoption.
Perfect. Yeah. Comments, questions?
No, as a budget committee, we discussed this, this adoption is the formalizing process for work that the budget committee has already done, essentially. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And again, this is to close out our 21-22 budget.
Yes.
And I am glad to hear that TLT is up. I think I'm glad to hear TLT is up. And yes, you're saying that there are a lot of adjustments that need to be made simply because we were in our second year of COVID last year also. That was just something we did not anticipate. And I mean, who knows what's gonna happen in the future with COVID, we just don't know, so. Okay, no questions, comments?
No questions, I've spoken at length.
So then, I guess we're looking for a motion, number 20.
Mr. Chair.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, to open the public hearing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So time being 10:20 a.m., we will open a public hearing for public comment. Do we have any public comment?
Yes.
Okay, so you gave us public comment earlier in this meeting.
Yes, and I would like to add,
Okay, for the record, can you give us your name and area of residence, please?
my name is Tilda Jones from the Tillamook Bay Flood Improvement District in Tillamook.
And so, I just want to stop you. So is this the comments that you gave us this morning? Because this is concerning the end of our current fiscal year, which ends in another week and a half.
Yes.
Okay.
Just to tag extra funds that can be used to continue the $20,000 needed to continue the employment of Gordon Monroe.
Thank you, Tilda.
Thank
Do we have any other public comment, either in the room or online?
We do.
No one online? Okay, so time being 10:21, we will close the public comment. And questions, comments? Looking for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of an order in the matter of adopting a supplemental budget for fiscal year 2021 to 2022 and appropriating funds.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. So we're moving on to our second public hearing, which has a 10:20 a.m. time certain. Time being 10:22 a.m. We can open this public hearing. This is concerning adopting the budget, appropriating funds, levying and categorizing ad valorem taxes for the fiscal year 22-23. And again, we'll go back to Sean Blanchard. Hi again, Sean.
Good morning again. Yes, this is to adopt our next fiscal year budget for 2022-23. This was vetted out through the budget committee meetings, several meetings that we had. You are adopting the budget for both general funds, special revenue funds, capital funds, debt funds. It's also adopting our next fiscal year's pay tables along with this so that we can spend money after July 1st.
So what if we don't pass it? We don't spend money, right?
Right.
Sorry. I get off on these tangents. I apologize. Okay, questions for Sean?
No, again, we've already made these decisions, and so today we're formalizing the decisions the budget committee already made.
Perfect.
Correct.
Okay, so we'll open the public comment period of this public hearing. Do we have any public comment? Please.
Tilda Jones, Tillamook Bay Flood Improvement District, Tillamook. My understanding is that, the budget committee, dropped the quarter employment of Gordon McCraw as a county employee, because the budget committee didn't want to spend $40,000 for his salary of approximately 10 hours per week. The Oregon Emergency Management, we confirmed with Oregon Emergency Management, they are willing to continue to pay half of his salary. So for the county commitment, it's $20,000, not $40,000. And I really emphasize that my experience, having lived lifelong time in Tillamook and as the staff person for the Tillamook Bay Flood Improvement District these 22 years, there is no other person or any other way to get the information that our district uses, that your emergency manager, Randy, uses, that the volunteers use in emergency situations, particularly in floods. Gordon happens, after all these years of experience, happens to be an expert in that, and until another way becomes available, we depend on him to provide his services for emergencies.
Thank you, Tilda. Do we have any other public comment online, Isabel? None. Okay. So at this point, we will close the public comment period at 10:25 a.m. And we'll go into deliberations. Any questions, comments?
I'd just like to ask Sean to confirm that we added the quarter-time position back into the emergency management budget.
So as per the grant, it's budgeted as one full-time FTE and a .25, which I used under Sheriff Matt Kelly's salary for.
So we did add the .25 back in.
The .25 is in there for the grant, yes.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Other questions, comments? Okay, so I think we're looking for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of an order in the matter of adopting the budget, appropriating funds, levying and categorizing ad valorem taxes for fiscal year 2022 to 2023.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Okay, moving on to the next public hearing, time being, we have a 10:25 time-sensitive public hearing, time being 10:26. We will open the third public hearing concerning adopting the budget, appropriating funds, and categorizing taxes for the solid waste service district for fiscal year 22-23. Again, Sean Blanchard.
So before you for the last budget is the Solid Waste Service District. This is adopting their budget, appropriate funds, and levying the solid waste service charge for next fiscal year.
Okay, and again, we went through the solid waste service district budget, and I think we were all good with that. Do we have any, let me open the public hearing. So we'll open public comment for the solid waste service district budget. Do we have any public comment?
We do not.
We do not. In that case, time being 10:27, we will close the public comment portion of this public hearing and go into deliberation. Questions, comments?
No?
Hearing none, we're looking for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of an order in the matter of adopting the budget, appropriating funds, and categorizing taxes for the solid waste service district for fiscal year 2022 to 2023.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. So we do have a second public hearing. It's 10:30 time certain. So time being 10:28, we are going to have to recess again for just another couple of minutes. Oh, great idea. So we're not going to recess. We will read other meetings and announcements. Thank you, Rachel. So the commissioners will hold a board briefing on Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022 at 2 p.m. to discuss weekly commissioner updates. The meeting will be held at the courthouse in the Nehalem Room, 201 Laurel Avenue, Tillamook, Oregon. Teleconference number is 971-254-3149. Conference ID 736-023-979#. Also, the Board of Commissioners will attend public hearings on Monday, June 27, 2022 at 8:30 a.m., Wednesday, July 13, 2022 at 1 p.m., and Thursday, July 28, 2022 at 2 p.m. to consider the petition of incorporation for the unincorporated community of Oceanside and the creation of the city of Oceanside. Number 851-220-00224 PLNG. Petition includes a new tax rate for properties within the proposed city limits of the city of Oceanside at 80 cents per $1,000. Properties proposed to be included in the city limits for the city of Oceanside include all properties currently within the Oceanside unincorporated community boundary. The hearings will be held at the ATV Conference Center, Tillamook County Sheriff's Correctional Facility, 5995 Long Prairie Road, Tillamook, Oregon. The teleconference number is 971-254-3149, conference ID 736-023-979#. Also, Independence Day is an observed holiday for the county in the Oregon State Circuit Court. All county offices in the Tillamook County Courthouse and Tillamook County Library, administrative offices in the jail and justice facility, Public Works Department, Department of Community Development, Surveyor's Office, and the Health and Human Services Departments and clinics will be closed on Monday, July 4th, 2022. Those are our announcements, and look at that, time being 10:30 a.m., we will open the next second public hearing. This is concerning amendment number 5 to ordinance number 43 in the matter of adopting an ordinance establishing rules relating to county parks, creating penalties, and declaring an emergency. And again, Rachel Haggerty, Chief of Staff. Good morning.
So this is the second and final hearing for this ordinance amendment process. If approved today, it would go into effect immediately under your emergency authorization. This amendment was prompted by the need to revise the language in the ordinance to allow for non-deputized personnel or contractors to have enforcement authority throughout the county parks. So before you today is consideration of amendment number 5. I went through in detail many of the amendments. I don't know if you need me to go through that again. I did make the one change regarding specifying the fee, which was $11. That's been stricken, and it's just generic language, transaction fee, and that was referenced in several occasions, and so I made that throughout. Otherwise, it is the same as you saw previously. But I'm happy to go through any of that again if you'd like.
I don't believe that's necessary unless the other two senators would want this to be.
No, I reviewed the changes, thank you, I thought they were good. Okay.
As did I, so I'm good with those. Okay. So I think we need to open public comment. Time being 10:32 a.m. We will open the public comment portion of this second public hearing. Isabel, do we have any public comment online? No one. Okay. In that instance, time being 10:32 a.m., we will close the public comment portion of this second public hearing and go into deliberation. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No, I think this is great. I'm grateful to Rachel and to County Council for their work on this. I think it's a good path forward.
And the Parks Department.
And the Parks Department, thank you.
Agree. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. We're looking for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of amendment number 5 to ordinance number 43 in the matter of adopting an ordinance establishing rules relating to county parks, creating penalties, and declaring an emergency.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, that is the fourth and last public hearing that we're going to bring up today. Item number 27, board concerns, non-agenda items. Hearing none, I've already read the board announcements, so time being 10:33 a.m., we will adjourn this board meeting. Thank you, everyone.